Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Release time for today's video. The beer's courtesy of Ty. Thanks so much, Ty. I really appreciate it. This one sounds awesome. It's a Dunkel Lager, and it's a style I like. Don't have it a lot, which is lame, so I'm super excited to have it. It's from Poor Man's, who I've had a few of their beers at this point. They're really good. It's called Old Soul, which I don't think I'm an old soul. I don't think that's a way people would describe me. I think juvenile soul, probably. I regret immediately clipping my fingernails right before coming down here to film this. But I got it open. And I'm wasting time perfectly. Got my special Pennsylvania glass. Glad to be putting it to use. All right, so yeah, it's got that like caramel. Oh, you know what this looks like? It looks like cream soda. But yeah, it's like this super light brown caramel color. The head is, it's not like Manila Folder because there's a little bit more brown caramel color to it. I mean, shocker, it looks like it started with white and added some like caramel coloring, a little light brown coloring. Pretty compact bubbles, definitely looks, I think, the part. Let's get into the aroma. I like that. Speaking of caramel, there's a little bit of like caramel, caramelized sugar notes. I get a good amount of just like generic earthiness. A little bit of grain. Like rye. Here's a weird one. Pretty sure I never said this before. If Cheerios were made with rye, how about that as a descriptor? But yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty proud of that rye note because it is very rye-y to me. That's not like the dominant thing, but that is a component of what I'm smelling. It's not quite like creamed corn. It's something. Oh man, it's something like not culinary, like a dish with a bunch of ingredients together. It's like a single food thing. Ooh, okay, so that was a pretty big whiff, and that caramel like showcased some molasses brown bread. Yeah, this smells fantastic. Let's get to the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Ty. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, I like that. All right, so follows the nose pretty good. It's got some nice bitterness to it, which you can't smell bitterness, but everything else is pretty darn close. It's got that caramelized sugar caramel note. I get this like earthiness. It never goes full funk, but like you get a little bit of that fermentation in the taste, which I did not pick up in the aroma. So there's another thing. I guess it's different. Very because it's not like spicy like rye can be, but like if you take away that spicy component, it does have like a little bit like that rye. So into the finish is where I get a little bit of the like just proper Cheerios thing. There's a fruity ester. Okay, so everything I got in the aroma is in the taste, and then there's some other stuff. There's a nice like fruity ester component, not full on apple or pear. A little bit more apple than pear, but yeah, like the essence of it. Makes me think of back in the day, my friend Gabe, his wife got a wine tasting kit as part of like a company bonus or whatever. So we had a night where there was all these essences that we tried, and then we did a wine tasting, and then really tried because we had recently tried all these different profiles that you can get in wine to be like very specific. And it kind of reminds me of that. That's why I'm using the word essence. It kind of reminds me of that experience that way, which is really cool. So like a fruity esters essence. Back to the caramel, caramelized sugar, but some nice bitterness, bringing that, to use that balance word. Yeah, I like this quite a bit. I think that's clear because I'm pretty sure I said that already. Yeah, I'm really excited to pour the rest of this, get that Instagram shot, and enjoy the rest of it. So thanks again, Ty. Really appreciate it. You guys had this beer before? Have you had anything from Poor Man's? Have you had this style recently? Are you like me and used to drink beers like this more back in the day, and then you aren't as much because there's newer styles, and then you drink something from back in the day, and you're like, why don't I drink this more often? So I really appreciate that opportunity, Ty. Seriously, man, I really do appreciate that. Comment section below if you have any of those thoughts or other thoughts. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.